10 days left in the January transfer window. Today I'm going to talk about some potential midfield options that Manchester United should make in the January transfer window, with one of them being RUBEN Neves and the other one being a surprising yet familiar name in James Garner. So guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Jordan Talks Football. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day, Tuesday today. So yeah, Manchester United January transfer signings. Guess how many signings we made, guys? Zero signings. But there have been some links in the past few days linking us heavily to RUBEN Neves of Al Hilal. And I'm going to talk about RUBEN Neves because RUBEN Neves is a very interesting topic. So, in case you guys don't know, reports from the UK suggest that we have put a 23 million bid in for RUBEN Neves, and Neves is only 28 years old. Yes, I know he looks a bit older than 28, but he is factually 28 years old, and he plays in the Saudi Pro League where Cristiano Ronaldo plays. However, RUBEN Neves plays for Al Hilal. I think that's how you pronounce it. So, 23 million for RUBEN Neves. Listen, this is the last chance to get RUBEN Neves for free, because after this he's going to become a free agent, and in the summer, we most likely won't get RUBEN Neves due to the fact that teams like Arsenal, Inter Milan are interested in RUBEN Neves. So I feel now's the time. If you want to get RUBEN Neves, now's the time. And especially with someone like Michael Carrick in charge now. Michael Carrick, he was a deep line playmaker. He was kind of similar to RUBEN Neves. I'm not saying that RUBEN Neves is on the same level as Michael Carrick. However, there's some similarities, And RUBEN Neves could be the key to our midfield. He could be the missing piece. He could be the one to dictate play, allowing players like Kobe and Bruno to get more freedom. And also, like I said, if you look at RUBEN Neves and the way he plays, he's very similar to that type of midfield player that we have been lacking for so long. Honestly, might be from the time that Carrick retired, we haven't even replaced him. So I get why we've been linked to RUBEN Neves. Another key fact that a lot of people may have forgotten is that RUBEN Neves played in the Premier League. He played 177 games for Wolves, and he was a really good player. I remember there was a time that we was actually linked to him while he was in the Premier League, and he ended up going to Saudi Arabia. Now, why would RUBEN Neves go to Saudi Arabia? Well, this is the part where it gets a bit tricky, guys. RUBEN Neves is reportedly earning 300 to 400,000 a week. May I repeat if you didn't catch that? 300 to 400k a week in Saudi Arabia. Now, obviously, this is no surprise, right? We know players go to Saudi Arabia, but boy, oh boy, I don't think Ineos is gonna change the way that they are operating at the moment. They are trying to get rid of that high wage structure, and the last player that I remember us giving like a huge wage was Bruno Fernandes, and he is our captain and he's been at the club a long time. I don't think Ineos are going to give RUBEN Neves the money that he wants. And keep in mind, if RUBEN Neves had to leave Saudi Arabia and come to Manchester United, he's going to cut his wages going to be cut in half. The most we'll give RUBEN Neves is like 150, maybe around 200. I don't even think Ineos would give him around 200, But why it might be worth it, because guys, RUBEN Neves is Premier League proven. Now, I know a lot of you will say, so what if he is Premier League proven? He's experienced. There's zero adaptation. This guy can come in straight from Saudi and he can come straight into Manchester United midfield. We have Casemiro, we have Bruno, we have Kobe. I get that, but there's going to be games for the rest of the season where all three of them can't play. Especially like Casemiro. He did wonderfully against Man City, but we're going to have to rest him. We're going to need someone to come in when he's there. And I don't want to see Manuel Ugarte. Listen, I feel Manuel Ugarte was the baddest signing Ineos have made. Like, Ugarte cost us like 65 mil, and we got robbed. Like, PSG, they robbed us. Like, PSG robbed us for Ugarte. And I now understand why Luis Enrique sold him, man. At that price, we got robbed. So, when a Casemiro or when a Kobe is not available to play, or they need to be rested, or for a different team, we have to play different, we need someone like a Ruben Neves. And also, if obviously I know a lot of people don't watch the Saudi Pro League, I think like Ruben Neves has like 7 goals scored for Al Hilal. So he can score goals from midfield. When last have we had a player in midfield? I'm not talking about Bruno, like I'm talking about a midfield player that has scored goals from midfield. I feel like it's been, forever. So his wages might be high, but I think what he can give to the team will be well worth it. Honestly, Ruben Neves for me is a good choice. I like Ruben Neves. I approve of Ruben Neves. However, I'm going to talk about someone else now, James Garner. I haven't seen a lot of people give James Garner the praise he should deserve, man. Honestly, James Garner grew up in Manchester United. He was at the academy. He was at Carrington. He grew up there. He played football for us when he was like a teenager. And surprisingly, Carrick is like his mentor. Like, there have been some quotes that I've seen where they said like Carrick, spoke to him, used to teach him things. And it makes a lot of sense because in the previous game where Aston Villa lost to Everton, where James Garner plays now, bro had one of the best performances like I've seen. Like, he was so good in the Aston Villa game. He got like 29 defensive contributions in that game alone. Also, he won possession 14 times for Everton against Aston Villa. If you guys don't know how difficult that is to do, and keep in mind, James Garner is young. James Garner is young. I don't know why we sold James Garner, man. I don't know why we sold James Garner. It was in like 2022 season that we sold James Garner for like 9 million, which can increase to like 15 million pounds, and we have a 20% sell-on clause. I feel that's bad because how James Garner is playing now in this league is way Everton got us. Everton, they robbed us for James Garner. And you know who sold James Garner? Ten Hag. Ten Hag, that ball fraud, sold James Garner. Oh my days. You see what I mean, bro? Ten Hag. And in that summer, we went and got like Christian Eriksen, and I think we got Casemiro. We only got 2 midfielders old. Why would you sell James Garner? Apparently, Ten Hag watched a video footage of Garner, and he felt he wasn't technical or like physical. I get it, but he was young back then. You didn't even give the kid a chance, and you sold him for dirt cheap. Now look at Manchester United. Look at us. We need someone. How good would it be to have someone like a James Garner in this team? How good would it be? Knowing that this guy literally grew up there. Like, he played there in the academy, homegrown, English. Thomas Tuchel would have been very impressed with his performance. He was actually at that game where Everton beat Aston Villa. Listen, man. For me, James Garner, we should get him back. We should re-sign James Garner. His contract expires at Everton in June 26. I think they have another year to 1 year additional on that deal. But there have been concerns, like I don't think they can get that deal done with Garner. There have been like delayed talks. Listen, if there's any chance that we can get James Garner back, we should get James Garner back. Now, this is just for January. This is not, the midfield needs surgery. Our midfield needs surgery. What I'm talking about today is only what I think about January. The summer is where we need to get our real midfield targets. I'm talking Elliot Anderson. I'm talking Carlos Baleba. I'm talking Adam Watson. Those are the guys that we should be signing. Obviously, for valid reasons, we cannot get any of those guys in January. But at the moment, if we want to finish the season on a high, get Champions League football so we can attract those players in the summer, which would make our life so much easier. Because who wants to play for a club not in the Champions League? If you're a Elliot Anderson, if you're a Carlos Baleba, if you're a Adam Watson, you want to play for a club that's in the Champions League. So that's why I'm saying the signings that we could make this January to better our team in the midfield can actually help us get our actual main targets in the summer. That's what I'm saying, guys. It's all linked. So yeah, this this has been a video that I feel will obviously give you guys more insights on why it's so crucial for us to sign some midfielders in January. However, like I said, the summer, that's where the real midfield signings have to happen. Our team is lacking midfielders. And yeah, this is what I have to say. The clock is ticking, guys. Ruben Neves or James Garner? Who would you prefer? Is there someone else that you think we can get in January? Maybe someone like a Ruben Loftus-Cheek or something? Or is there a mystery signing that you would like? I remember Ben Jacobs put out a report that there's a mystery signing that we're going to make this January. Not so sure about that, but we'll see. So yeah, guys, this has been it for the video today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and thank you for the support on the channel. Stay tuned for the content. I'm going to be uploading more videos in this week. This has been Jordan Talks Football. Peace.